What's going on, everybody? It's your boy 5-Star Showtime, and this is the 5-Star Show Weekend Gambling Guide, Visual Edition, Volume 5. How's everybody doing? It's your boy 5-Star Showtime. Of course, I run the 5starshow.com. We are following along with the 5starshow.com Weekend Gambling Guide. You can see right here. That's what it looks like. Just go to the 5starshow.com. Use hashtag WGG on social media to follow along. This article normally comes out on Thursday. However, I had to push everything back a day. Usually you get the written on Thursday, the visual on Friday. This week, you got the written on Friday. The visual will be out late Friday night after I get off work. I am working on some advertising deals for the 5starshow.com as well as the podcast, which you can hear every Monday on SoundCloud, Stitcher, iTunes.com, and every other podcast player out there. It's doing very well. Now we're trying to get some money going, and since I am the talent and the operator, I juggle both, so had to push things back just a day. We're working on getting some credentials for some sports events and some media events, maybe concerts as well. Looking to expand the staff as well. So yeah, doing a lot of things. 5starshow.com is doing very well, and we are, at least I am, very excited about some things that I'm working on currently. But until then, let's get to why we are really here. It's the Weekend Gambling Guide, and this is the visual edition, which follows along with the .com written article that came out a little bit earlier today. I'm going to follow along and give you my picks for what I like. We have a great sports weekend this weekend. We have the Daytona 500, UFC, Bellator, NBA All-Star Weekend, college basketball, and of course we have WWE event, which I do not gamble on the WWE, but there is Elimination Chamber as well. All of these things will be discussed on the podcast. Again, follow on social media at the 5-Star Show, like the YouTube page. This goes a long way into getting those media credentials, getting our foot in the door as we just kick off year 2 of this website, and it'll really be helpful when people are looking at us and saying, okay, is this just some dude talking in his bedroom? Well, yeah, right now it is. Or is this, does this guy have a following? Does this show and this website, this thing, whatever the 5-Star Show is, for somebody who doesn't know, is it popular? Should we let them in the door? So if you like it, you share it, that'll help us out. But let's get to the picks. Friday, that's today. Well, late, it depends on when you see this. But Friday, February 15th, college basketball. I have Harvard +2, -115 for an $87 profit on a $100 bet versus Princeton. Saturday in college basketball, big matchup. Of course, I'm in the Nashville area here in Tennessee. The number 1 basketball program in the United States is Tennessee. Won 19 in a row. They have Kentucky on the road. Now, as of this recording and my written article earlier, odds were not listed. Odds usually come out for college basketball about 24 hours before the game, so the odds were not listed. However, I will be betting that game, so I will update the website, the5starshow.com, to reflect the odds when it comes out and what my bet is, and then I will give you an update on social, whether it's Twitter, Instagram, Facebook. It's at the 5-Star Show. You can find it there for my pick for Tennessee versus Kentucky. I just kind of want to see what the point spread is before I make a bet. Obviously, I can't make a bet because there's no odds, but before I give it to you, I got to make a bet. Moving on to Saturday, February 16th, Bellator 216. It's funny, I don't know if they did that on purpose or if they just timed up that Bellator 215 is tonight, Friday, and Bellator 216 is Saturday. The dates, 216, 215, and the Bellator numbers, 215, 216. Pretty cool. Anyways, MVP, Michael Page, -225, $44 profit versus Paul Daly. Give me Michael Page there. I'm going to go Roy Nelson, little upset special, +175 for $175 profit against Mirko. Let's go on to Saturday's NBA All-Star 3-point contest. So this last year, I hit this. I had Devin Booker at +550. Not only did he win it, he gave us the points, the record for the NBA threes. Okay, so that was a big get for us, a big win, kind of set us off in the right direction last year in the early stages of the Weekend Gambling Guide. Of course, this year the Weekend Gambling Guide's gone pretty horribly, so I could use another winner here. And I'm going with the home team, Kemba Walker at plus 900 for a $900 profit on a $100 bet. Kemba Walker to win the NBA All-Star three-point contest. Sunday. I wish my heater didn't just kick on. Let me see if I can cut that off real quick. I'll be right back with you. We already have low budget production here. We don't want it to sound any worse, so let's go ahead and cut that off for just a second. Sunday, February 17th, the NBA All-Star Game. You got Team Giannis versus Team LeBron. Give me Team LeBron -6 at -105 for a $95 profit on a $100 bet. Sunday, UFC on ESPN 1. This is one where, usually if you follow my gambling strategy, which if you have so far this year, sorry, but last year we profited almost $2,000, so you're going to have to cut me some slack. But normally I go with my first reaction. What does my gut tell me? Cain Velasquez versus Francis Ngannou. My gut actually told me to go with Francis because Cain just hasn't fought in forever. He's great, but he fights, once every 2 years. However, after I did a little reading and research, I was reminded of how good Cain Velasquez is. And if he can be even close to that with his wrestling ability, he should beat Francis pretty quickly. So I went against my gut here and, did what the smart bet should be. That's Cain Velasquez, -165, $60 profit on a $100 bet against Francis Ngannou. Now, I got a couple Tennessee guys on the card, including one that I've met in person, actually twice. Cool hand Luke Sanders. Super nice dude. Awesome. I ran into him at a WWE Nashville event while wearing a Becky Lynch shirt coming out of the bathroom. And, of course, at the time, he was dating Becky Lynch up until like a week ago, I think. But because Becky Lynch is my favorite professional wrestler, even before she got, big with this whole The Man thing, I've got a Becky Lynch doll over here, okay? I have a freaking Becky Lynch Barbie doll and 2 wrestling shirts, and both of them are Becky Lynch. Because she's now single and available, let's go against Luke Sanders and go with Renan Barão. I don't know if I pronounced his name right. He was really good. Last time I remember him, he was beating the crap out of Uriah Faber. Uriah Faber is what got me into MMA. Watching WEC on Versus at my mom's house at like 2 o'clock in the afternoon. It was new to me, so it wasn't live, obviously, but it was new to me, and Uriah Faber was the guy. He got me into MMA. And last time Barão was any good, he was beating Uriah Faber. And apparently he sucks now. But you know what? Plus 150, $100 bet, $150. Give me Barão, because I've seen him beat up my boy. Granted, it was like 6 years ago. And, Becky Lynch got hot, and now Luke Sanders isn't with her, so there's my chance. Yeah, right. But anyways, I wish I'd leave my girlfriend so fast. But anyways, the other Tennessee guy I am going to pick, Scott Holtzman, -175 for a $57 profit over UFC veteran Nick Lentz. And then Sunday, the Daytona 500. I don't watch as much NASCAR as I used to. NASCAR was my first love. We had a rug that was a circle that looked like an oval, that looked like a racetrack to me when I was a child, like my daughter's age. My daughter's about to be 3. And it was in front of our fireplace at the house that, I grew up in, at least initially. And I would have every car lined up in the order of the race. So the race would be on TV, I would be watching it, and I had all the little die-cast cars, and I would put them on the rug as they were in the race. I could tell you who, the crew chief was for Davey Allison in 1991. Okay? now, once you start driving a car and realize they just go left all the time, and I know it's more than that, NASCAR guys are going to kill me, but NASCAR loses its appeal a little bit once you're able to drive. And a lot of the tracks become the same, and a lot of the cars become the same, and some of the guys that you grow up watching. I was Richard Petty. That was my guy. I had a Richard Petty shirt when I was a child that I had to get out of the laundry basket. I would try to sneak it out so my mom couldn't wash it so I could wear it again. And then Jeff Gordon became my guy. Those guys are long gone. But the Daytona 500 I will watch, and I still love it. It's a bucket list thing. I want to go do it. Hopefully next year. This year we're going to New York. Going to do WrestleMania. Hopefully next year the big trip for us is the Daytona 500. I would love to do that. I'm going to go with Clint Boyer. These odds are via Vegas Insider because I couldn't find them on Bovada as of this writing. Clint Boyer, 9-1. Okay, so third favorite. $900 profit on a $100 bet. So let's review. I'm going to have 10 bets for this weekend. Tennessee, Kentucky, not listed as of this writing and this recording. So that will be my 10th bet. But let's run through the winners one more time. Harvard, +2. Michael Page, Roy Nelson, Kimba Walker, Team LeBron, Cain Velasquez, Henan Barrow, Scott Holtzman, and Clint Boyer. Those are the Weekend Gambling Guide winners. You can find it on the 5starshow.com. I work all weekend, but I will be doing updates on my personal Twitter at the 5-Star Show. That's the number. I'm sorry. The site's Twitter is at the 5-Star Show. My personal Twitter is at the number 5-Star Showtime. I will be doing updates from both, tagging each one. So you can follow on Twitter there, at the 5-Star Show, or at the number 5-Star Showtime. If you want to advertise, okay, I'm working on some proposals now. Things are coming. If you want to advertise with the show, email 5FIVE star showtime at gmail.com. Really simple there. Follow on all the social, whether it's YouTube, Twitter, Facebook, Instagram. It's all at the 5-Star Show. I got very lucky there when I started creating it. They all have the same username. Awesome. And then, of course, check out the website, the5starshow.com. This upcoming week, again, I've had to change the order around a little bit, but we will have a Elimination Chamber preview on .com for WWE. We will have a podcast on Monday reviewing all this stuff that happened this weekend, including the Kaepernick stuff. And we're going to touch on the actor that may or may not have staged him getting his ass kicked in Chicago. And, of course, all the sports. We will have an article from Trevor, our movies and music guy, talking about the Oscars. Next week's Weekend Gambling Guide will be the Oscars Weekend Gambling Guide. I hope to get Trevor on the visual edition as well to break down his picks. We will have, of course, WWE Love, Like, and Hate late Tuesday night. And then what else are we going to have? Hopefully my buddy Ricky, the football guy, will be able to come through with a football article for us. That will be necessary for one of the things I'm working on. So, Ricky, if you're watching, come through. And yeah, we got a lot of things coming this week on the 5starshow.com. Thank you guys for all your support. I am your boy 5-Star Showtime, and this was the 5-Star Show Weekend Gambling Guide Visual Edition number 5. Now it's time for me to go to my real job.